Hey there, everybody. I'm going to play Marcus for League, 4th match of the season. We got a bit of a junker here to start. I think I go Guardian Trading Post as the opening. Probably you can skip the junkers, though. Yeah, you probably can pretty easily. We'll see if he has the 3-4 as well or not. On the 4-3, it's not clear to me actually what you want to open. Guardian also has Bane, so it's like double protection. He goes ahead and goes with the Inventor, which I think is reasonable. It's definitely the set. He'll probably pair it with a Sage, yeah. That looks all pretty good to me. I got one estate trash, which is nice. Probably I should go with an Inventor. This will be a Sage for me. He didn't really cycle any here, so that's cool. He probably takes actually that's not so clear what he takes next. Maybe a Fortress, but it doesn't do much for him yet. Well, he had 3, so it makes a little more sense to go ahead and do those pairs of things. He gets another Inventor, which I don't like that much, but it's fine. I'll get a Wild Hunt. He passes. I'm gonna go with double Fortress before the shuffle here. A lot of this is going to come down to who pairs Smithy Village. I should have the advantage in this respect, just because I'm up on trashing. It's totally fine to it's totally fine for me to have skip the Guardian. The buy here is not so clear to me though, because I'm going to trigger a shuffle, probably. I guess I don't have to trigger the shuffle. Let me think. There's Fortress, Trading Post. I don't even know if I have 2 coppers down there to trash. Fortress, Trading Post, Inventor, and Wild Hunt. Probably a couple coppers. Maybe a silver though. I'm not sure if I'll trigger or not. Probably won't trigger. Though I could. It's a lot of cards out though. I guess it wasn't that bad. He doesn't trash anything yet, so there's like three coppers, a couple silvers, 3 coppers, 2 silvers, an estate, and a bunch of fortresses? and a Sage and a Guardian. So the Sage and Guardian are not great. If we don't draw Fortress, it'll be kind of sad, but if we do, it should be pretty happy. That was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful for me. And again, I think there's no rush for me to add additional inventors until I'm closer to drawing deck, more consistently drawing deck. He could potentially like empty the fortresses now, depending on his hand. Which would be okay. I would have to at that point then start looking for 3 piles probably. If he straight up empties them. Okay, he's not going to. He doesn't have the shuffle for that. One other nice thing here is he still doesn't have a wild hunt, so at some point I'm going to be able to get 3 or 4 points for not much effort. Or maybe even more. I don't know if I played this order correct. This is a good draw. I think, I don't know, there's like a copper down there or something. So he split the fortresses. There is a limit to how big you can actually build here, because we don't have another village pile and there's no like non-terminal draw. But it's pretty rough. He didn't get the trasher, so I just had a better opening, and my shuffles, I didn't have any turn to complain of at all, so. First player, I mean, this was gonna be, there's no way. Maybe if he gets 6-4 on fortresses, but still there's no way. Okay, this is 0 village, and in fact only one okay, there's conclave, but whatever. You're not gonna build a conclave vault deck. I think most likely here you're just gonna go for like Trove vault, something like that. You could have a conclave, but it would basically just be functioning as a silver, most likely. Probably openings, chapel, T-Mog. He is wine merchant because he has the 5. I would have been, I think as him, I mean, wine merchant's okay, but I would have been thinking about treasure trove, to be honest. Myself. Hopefully the chapel doesn't miss, but so the chapel misses. Like, to me it just looks like more better to just have bought the trove. I wonder if it's worth it for me to This seems like it's not right, but I'm gonna try it. I think he's gonna get way ahead of me here. I guess I could keep an estate. I don't think that's gonna save me. He gets a conclave and a T-Mog, which is fine. I have 2 silvers and what I assume is a copper down here. I mainly just want to buy Trove. I'm going to actually wait to call on the next turn. He's going for more built up stuff, which is fine. I don't know. Maybe he can double at some point. I guess even just threat of like province duchy is pretty good. This is kind of rough. I kind of have to call the T-Mog on the Trove. I think. Which basically means my vault is not very exciting without getting a few more. Yeah, I mean, this is just going to be rough. I'm most likely cycling him into province here. I mean, he's not going to miss duchy. So, he's not going to miss a state. I don't know. I didn't feel like I made 2 bad choices, but maybe I'm supposed to not call T-Mog to make the chapel on that one turn. So village here is kind of wonky in whatever ways. Either you have to feed hideouts or you have to have golems on cantrips, which is doable. There's good cantrips here. Usable cantrips here. Pretty good incentive to build with the, I guess I could click start game. Sorry. Pretty good incentive to build between Triumphal Arch and just like the attacks. So, Guess you can open mill enchantress or just mill silver. If they collide, you don't hit. Well, if they collide, you might get it on the next turn. You could do a hideout. I guess he's gonna get a 5, or his mill could be bottom decked. I guess his mill was bottom decked. Yeah, that's not the best draw for me, but not totally sure what I'm going for. I probably should have bought a silver at some point. I think I want a 5, so I'm going to actually cantrip the enchantress. Get a stables. Get a tormentor. It's going to be pretty hard to get imps. Though they would be really useful here. I'm going to need a potion, but it's going to be a little hard to balance stuff. I'm kind of feeling like one of my mills should have been a silver. He didn't buy anything. I guess he just had 2. I guess I'm not getting a 5. I find the hideout play a little bit questionable by him. I think I'm gonna play he drew his stables right off, which helps a lot. I may never buy a 5. I think I'm probably going to prefer Herbalist to store him as buy, to be honest. It's not totally clear. Yeah, I probably could have gotten a mill somewhere. I didn't, not a mill, an engineer. I kind of forgot about it, to be perfectly honest. He drew his stables again at the top, which is, again, really nice. I probably need to take an engineer. Just to add some buy. Well, I can't really use buy yet, but this doesn't matter. He had to enchant one of his stables. I do have an advantage in thinning. He, of course, has an advantage in draw. I didn't play a Enchantress that turn, which is a little sad, but he's not doing too much this turn. I guess right now my Enchantresses and my Golems are my limiting reagent, as it were. There's just Enchantress, right, as my terminals. So this is safe. The only risk, oh no, there was just no risk, it was just safe. Don't discard. This is nice. This is pretty much exactly what I want. There's a golem in here. I'll probably keep the engineer just for silver gaining. I think I like my deck better than his right now. I don't know. I mean, 2 to 1, half a dozen to the other. I don't feel. If I'm ahead, I don't feel one at all. I hate Golem, but apparently I'm building a Golem deck. He has the staples, which are nice. The mill stuff is about at parity, and it really is just points and kind of Enchantress defense. So I technically have like a village advantage, but I don't really have terminals yet, so. Yeah, I thought he might do that, but it doesn't actually. I don't know. It's like a points play. And I guess a defense play, but I don't know. It doesn't scare me that much, to be frank. There is some odds of ending now. So if we do, this is still a fine turn. And as it is, it just ended up being completely fine. I don't know if there's any clever thing for me to do here. I suspect the answer is no. I can gain a silver and buy a stables. I think I will like a tormentor at some point, but what does a road network do? Oh, that one. I think I may be forced to do a bad. I haven't been getting mills in my starting hand, which. How many did I have? 1, 2. And I was holding one, so I did. It is 3-5. That split. He gets another. Okay, we did draw a mill, which is nice. We can go, I don't know if it's time for that or not, to be perfectly honest. But it's probably okay-ish. Can I afford... I don't remember what my last card is. I guess it's like an estate. I guess storeroom is better in that respect than herbalist for this turn, maybe for avoiding the pain. If I trigger, it's not clear exactly to me if I can even make 2 buys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I don't know that I'll get to. Like, I might be able to do stables silver or golem silver, I guess. And I don't know if the herbalist is actually better than the storeroom or not. There's some risk here, but I didn't get it. I guess is the short answer. Is I got the perfect shuffle. Which is cool. I'm down to get perfect shuffles. I could go for the tormentor now, maybe. It's perhaps a little bit greedy. I could put a copper on top. I'm not sure it's worth it. definitely getting to the point where golem, I should probably stop on the golems, to be honest. Even that last, I mean, like, if I can set up with the mills, it's cool, but otherwise it's a bit risky. Or if I'm able to play a hideout first, it's okay too. But I really would rather just say double stables this next turn. Or I guess even stables province isn't that bad. We're gonna have to see. I don't know. What do we have? There's still Enchantress and Herbalist. So we got one of them out. This is sort of risky, to be honest. But it didn't. It's fine. We're not going to trigger, so this is just more points. I could think about another hideout. I can also trash the potion now. What I hit him with, war, pretty nice. Watch this. I'm gonna hide stuff. No, there's like a potion on there. No, wait, discard a potion. But there's like a copper on top already, I think. This is pretty scary. Depending on what the two cards are. Obviously I have lots of outs to draw into, but it's still pretty scary. And of course I built a couple of these, so I might have top decked the copper regardless. So in I guess one of these cards was self-made. I'm pretty willing to green on my next turn. Definitely willing to cantrip the engineer if I need to. I don't know how much money he has. If he has $10 or not. Because he hasn't been like gaining the silvers the way I have. Yeah, he's quite a bit behind on cash. So if I can keep drawing, I should win. That's sort of the if that we're facing down this very turn. Gets a silver. Yeah, he needs money. Alright, this looks good. Well, it looks maybe good. Alright. Here we go. Okay. We live to fight another day. We do discard one golem. I don't care about the ordering here much. Haunting's nice. I guess this could totally dud, but now I could get the storm. I don't really need the buy though. I don't know how much junk is in there. It could still be like a second hideout. I could also just not. If I just play on, I'll draw like a copper. How many of the estates are trash? Okay, so this is it. This is the junk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe 12. It would be nice to get to 13. I guess we can play. We're going to play the, well, right, we're going to play this either way. So we could just stop here as we have 13. And there's like a copper on top. That seems pretty good. I can double next. Well, okay. I don't know if I'll double, but Storm's going to start looking really appealing because we're going to end up with hands of cash and not really enough mills to discard, or hands of, not cash, hands of junk and not really enough mills to discard them. we don't hit double province, province road network would be reasonable. I still have my potion, too, which I can get rid of. To a hideout. Still pretty low on cash, right? He's going Golem Gold. Golem Stable's interesting. I didn't score any for him. I guess I'm gonna do this. This is always a bit scary. If I could play a hideout, yeah. And then I can start playing the golems, although I've played quite a few of the I also don't really mind lowering the curses. Too much? Okay, he gains a curse. This is just a win, right? I'll go down 3 points and go up 6. Yeah, that's just a win. So nice hex for me. I don't think I needed it to win, but nice hex for me to go ahead and win right away. I mean, it would have been. It would have been hard for him to do something similar on his turn. I don't know that I really played that turn correct with the hideout choice, but it worked out. So I'll take it. No village. Swindler disrupts fountain. And this This is rough. This is pretty rough. Swindler makes Fountain really, really hard to do. And it makes Apothecary quite a bit worse. And if you open Swindler Amulet, I mean, you basically want to do money here. You can incorporate some other cards. You could throw in a Tactician, potentially. You could throw in a Tormentor, but Smugglers for sure. But I don't think... Yeah, he goes with an Overlord, which is fine. But not especially nice. The 3s are good here because they're all decent. So there's not really a bad Swindler hit amongst them. I mean, Overlord's fine. He could... I guess, does Tormentor work? I guess it works. I think Overlord on Tormentor works. For imp gaining. He gets another Overlord. So he's all about that Overlord life. Maybe there's an interaction I'm just totally missing. It doesn't do any good to play as a bridge troll. So to me, it just doesn't look... They don't look that appealing other than the flexibility. But you miss out on all these gains in the meantime. I feel like I must be missing something, but I don't know what it is. So, we'll get a second Swindler at some point, but for now it's fine. If he swindles here, he may get to hit my Swindler, which again isn't... That's not actually that bad a hit. I guess I had a turn here where I could have gone... I could have gone mint here. Not really sure if that's very good or not, but... Maybe, I mean, buying gold, if I had had a mint in deck, that would have been okay. Yeah, I just didn't even think about it, to be honest. I still don't really know what he's going for with the Overlords. It's a good hit. I'll take a Tormentor. I guess I'll take a gold and then I'm willing to green. I would accept any of these. He'll probably give me a Steward. But, like, they're all totally fine. Actually, I haven't had a copper hit yet. Oh, Smugglers. Yeah, I'll take Smugglers. He hasn't hit a copper yet for me, so... Now I'm just 2 away from Fountain, actually, which is pretty nice. we're not going to play Tormentor 11 more times, so the only other hex then is like Locust can gain you a copper, I think, is the only one. I'm almost willing to start buying them. Of course, if the game lasts long enough, he swindles them, but 5 is actually kind of an awkward number here because I don't really need more terminals. Bridge Troll's not that bad though. Maybe I'll try Bridge Troll. It's really nice for the fountain play. This is, of course, a beautiful hand. This is lovely. Nothing to say about that except, wahoo. This is lovely for me. Beautiful. This is also, again, beautiful. There's just like, oh, I guess I just get the best shuffles this game. I kill a Swindler, that's great. I can take a copper here. I just hit exactly 3 turns in a row. Something like that. This can be duchy copper, depending if he hits a copper on an attack or something. He has no chance of getting to fountain, I don't think. But I could be wrong. I now have 1 buffer copper. Should I add a second buffer copper? Should I get a stay? Should I get silver? I don't think I need a state. I guess he can add the coppers that way. Yeah, he may get there. He may get there. That'll put him at 41. I gotta think. Those are my gold, so I mean, probably a bunch of junk down in here. Not that he doesn't have good stuff either. Well, I might have Bridge Troll in here. I think that last province is going to be pretty important. That was really fortunate for me. he plays bridge troll, I'll miss the duchy, which actually does suck. That sucks too. I don't know if this actually gives me enough leeway, but this should just be a finish. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it still misses. He gains, so he's up there on that now. Should be a Swindler play, right? It has the most potential upside. I mean, there are some Tormentor hits that are pretty good, but that's the best possibility, so I think Swindler was the right pick there. Obviously, it's easy to say that, having gotten the perfect Swindler hit, but alright, so here another inventor board. Native village inventor kind of thing. A little bit of buy. You don't really need the buy, but you'll probably have some. Pardon me. Sorry, I keep forgetting to hit start game. The question is urchins, or can you just get by doing native village bridge style? Like, can you just go right into buying native villages? Or is that just slower? I guess you could do money lender into that stuff too. You wouldn't necessarily have to go with Urchin. You could do you could open like money lender native village is a possibility. Or you could get the money. You could still open inventor native village and go to the money lender. I don't know. Like, I don't know how much it helps you to get the mercenary play. I mean, as long as you have a bunch of native villages and you're playing them pretty often, that's kind of sufficient. That's the only real draw here. The rest of the junk's pretty useless. The one advantage of the urchins is that you're probably in a better place to do flag fighting if you're feeling so inclined, just because the mercenary can, the mercenary gives you an additional flag recapture. So that's nice. Yeah. It's not clear to me, but you can get the buys for the other ones after you do the urchins, so he's going straight into it, which I think is totally reasonable. He's going the other direction. I guess the end result is just that we have the same decks, except I got the mercenary faster. Well, he'll get one extra gain. So the attack isn't like, well, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. I was gonna say the attack isn't that big a deal, but it's pretty useful. I probably won't take the flag bearer unless he does. I'll just wait, act second in that. This is a bit unfortunate. Not actually clear to me which direction you want to go. I'm going to go with the attack. I don't know, second mercenary's that good. It's probably okay-ish. One thing here to watch out for, well, I mean, maybe this is, of course, this is pretty obvious, but the piles will absolutely be gone. So there's that. I'm also behind in points. Though not so much anymore. He picked up. Okay, that's great for me. That's really great for me. I don't know how that split went, but I'm not, like, super worried about it. I don't know. The Ducat is a possibility, but I think the answer is no. This is fine now. The point now mainly is just to get stuff on the mat. Okay. That's kind of risky by him. I wonder if I can lower. I mean, I could flag bear now. Does it help that much? Oh, you get attacked before, right? Yeah, so it's not even particularly useful. The only thing that is tempting to me, to be honest, is like Urchin or Ducat. The fear with Urchin, of course, is that you lower before you're ready. I'm gonna lower. I have weaker gains anyway. I think I'm only ahead because of maybe a small trashing lead, and then maybe he can finish. I don't know. I mean, if he can, more power to him, I guess. But it seems unlikely to me. I need to think here. actually going to be fairly hard for me to finish as well. Close to impossible. I'm going to wait. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. He might get a ducat. A ducat? Well, he would have done that. He probably would have not. He wouldn't have played that copper. He still just has two. I mean, I'm first player too. Yeah, that's gonna make that harder. Do I buy an estate? I guess not. Maybe I should have. I feel like he picked up a couple times where he shouldn't have, but it's really hard for me to say with his hands. I have the finish now in hand, but he'll probably score, so. Or maybe he just wins himself, I don't know. This hurts some. But it's kind of nice to see him play Oracle. I probably offered tie. If he gets a finish, he'll be able to buy a duchy. So it wasn't that it was offering win, or that if he's gonna win, he's gonna win. He'd be able to gain a duchy in there if he can play 4 inventors. The question was just whether whether I should offer tie or not. Which I chose to, apparently. And probably should have taken an estate. If he has to play mercenary though to get to stuff, he's gonna have village issues probably. At least I hope so. But I would not be surprised if he had win in hand or whatever, or win just unknown, depending on top decks here. that's fine. I mean, yeah, that's totally fine. Now I kind of wish I had the estate just so I could get the finish right. If I can find the ducat, I can probably win the ducat, and in that sense, this flip is friendly to me, since I actually have enough inventors. This flip is actually just straight up friendly to me. Well, time to roll the bones. If I had found, no, there was mercenary probably would have gotten me there. I mean, there's some stuff I can do, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't do the urchin. I don't know. It actually hurts really bad to have this native village flip here, but what can you do? Because if I had had native village in here with this stuff, I could probably get a finish. Maybe. It'd be funny if getting Urchin over estate makes him win. I may have made estate or duchy pile out possible. I don't know. That's kind of hard. Okay. Oh, he still has 3 on the mat. Okay. Yeah, he should be okay here. I mean, I just have to lower the urchins, right? And hope he has like a really bad hand. I don't really have other options available to me. I could take flag bearer, but like I'll lower urchins, he probably just wins, but still seems like the thing to do. I wish I had kept the ducat so that I could buy Yeah, it was kind of dumb what I did. Because double inventor wasn't any better anyway. It still wasn't a win. No, yeah, it still wasn't a win, so it should have kept the ducat. Then I would have an estate here. Or just a coffer. Probably going to end up losing by that mistake. I mean, I'm picking up anyway. If he can like double dutchy or something, I just will never catch him. That's not true. Double dutchy, I guess I win by a point. Yeah, so it was good for me to keep the inventor before, because if I had drawn native village, I could have gone Urchin Duchy, and that would have been nice for me, I think. Urchin Duchy by state would have been good for me, I think. I don't know. Ooh, this is nice for him. Because he can take a lead and I can't really catch him. Unfortunately. He has one on the mat. Yeah, I mean, probably, the hands would be different, so it's really hard to say. If I had set aside money, if I had set aside, I don't remember what order I did these. Probably the wrong one. Yeah, if this previous native village had set aside $1, I would have a win now. But I just don't. I just don't have a win now. And I set this side the wrong thing. We're not going to go all the way back to that. Yeah, because if I had a buck, I could go Urchin gain, Duchy gain, win, but this just isn't going to work. It's just a bunch of native villages. Yeah, I just had a bunch of junky green anyway. I'm sure he'll be able to get the duchy in a state or two. I had some close calls. I'm sure he did too on his turn, so but I definitely had a few possible draws that just didn't quite pan out. I think I probably made some wrong choices at some points. Okay, so on to the last one. But it was kind of hard. No village again. Well, Piazza, but it's kind of harsh or hard. I guess I'm going to open Tormentor. And then pick up a Forager and Stables. I guess there's not a lot else to do here. You could add in an Explorer, I guess, later on. You might at some point decide you'd rather have that as your terminal. Temple, I'm not sure about Temple. It should be fine, but hopefully my Tormentor hasn't missed. He gets Happy Temple. Good draw for me. Really excellent draw for me. This isn't so big a deal, but I wouldn't say no to it. This is okay-ish. Probably just silver. I don't know if I'll buy Piazza or not. Maybe once the stables are gone. Temple isn't scaring me too much. I may be able to take those points too, depending. I wouldn't say they're a big deal though. It's a hireling. Yeah, I mean, it's good. I could stop. But there's an imp. And there's Forager to potentially play. So let's go on. Them omens. There's definitely something to be said for having the extra card each turn. I mean, I'm beelining for a stables dud of some sort. Which makes it, I think, not unreasonable to get an Explorer. I just don't have Village. We'll probably draw a deck here. I may take Temple. I like his Explorer, to be honest. I do. I won't hit that hard, but it's not nothing. He has some silvers, right? Yeah, and the Explorer is just a +1 this turn. Which, it may not have mattered too much. Probably didn't matter. He might have been able to get a silver with the stables, is the only thing I'm seeing. That would have been new. I shouldn't need these buys. Haunting's pretty nice. I guess if you Piazza, Haunting's not nice, but no one does, so. It's a little sad. Well, more than a little. But that's the game. He might double stables. I wouldn't hate double stables, or stables gold for him is pretty good too. Lets him get to double next turn. He just goes for the province. I think that's fine. That's not the best hex of all time. I mean, he's gonna beat me. I think. Now he goes for the double stables. Okay. That seems fine. I think he should have reversed those buys for sure, but oh, there's only 2 in there. Plague, not that exciting. Can he double? He can double. If he does double, what happens? I guess there's always a chance he doesn't draw. If he doubles and I counter double, I'll just lose. But I need at least double threat, and that means adding some more money. I need it for some turn anyway. The plague was not very friendly, to be honest. I can also just double and pray, but he doesn't need much. Okay. Now Envious. See, Envious already went. Envious would be the one you would want to fish for. Would be the killer. For sure. How bad's the shuffle gonna be? Do I like double Dutchy? Does double Dutch even help me? Does anything even help me? Oh, okay, this is a fine shuffle. Does Province Dutchy help me? No. Double Dutchy doesn't really help me. I think I just go for it, right? Well, he needs so little. He only needs $10. I mean, Province Duchy is fine. Because if he doubles next turn, I lose anyway. I can't beat double. Like, if I double Duchy and he doubles, it still doesn't matter. So I can take one province. And then up Duchy. And just see. Why am I doing it like this? But probably he just wins. It's looking that way, right? It's gotta be guaranteed. I assume. There are probably some hexes. Maybe it was better to get a hex. So we're gonna end up tying, but maybe it was better to play a hex than to get the It's funny, he had to trash a promise to do it. Yeah, I think I don't know, I felt okay about whatever I did that game, to be honest. My hexes were not super great. One of them was good, and I got haunting once, but anyway, thank you for watching. and playing one more match with RTT. So see how well we can do in that and see if we can make it into the championship. But as we're sitting at very unlikely to probably demote, but not clear if we do good enough to get championship. So should be interesting. Take care.